Greetings, viewers. This is King H from Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Welcome to my platform. This is a Pan African platform. Please like, share, and subscribe. The discussion of today has to do with the speech that the President of Ghana made during the 60th Independence Day of Sierra Leone. But before I continue with this discussion, I would like to say that this platform discusses geopolitical issues, especially in Africa. With that said, the president of Ghana, President Akufo Addo, made a speech in Sierra Leone on their 60th Independence Day. Some of the impactful, I would say, more thoughtful um, statements that he made was that which unites us is far greater than that which divides us. What makes what makes West Africa better will make each of our countries better. In other words, though the African countries are independent countries, and especially countries in um, ECOWAS, because this is when he was making the speech, particularly about ECOWAS, since he is the leader of ECOWAS community. But it goes to all African countries. All African leaders should put Africa first before any other country or continent. And this is something that African leaders need to start doing. Putting Africa first. Putting the African countries, the African states, the continent first over any country or continent. But most of our leaders are greedy for moolah. So they are selling the future of the youths to richer countries like China, United Kingdom, United States, um, Germany probably is one of those. France, in particular, the French African nations suffer thanks to France. You can see what is happening in Chad and in many French African countries like Cameroon. You know what ECOWAS um, community or ECOWAS countries really need is um, setting integrated businesses within the ECOWAS community so that, you know, doing commerce with other countries within the ECOWAS community will help thrive the economy of ECOWAS. So, which means that um, the leaders of each country from the ECOWAS community need to go borderless. We need to have borderless um, countries within the ECOWAS so that businesses can thrive. We can do businesses within the 15 countries in the ECOWAS community. But if we don't do that, if the leadership of ECOWAS, which include President Akafo Addo from Ghana, if it doesn't help push that idea, that agenda in the ECOWAS community so that the African leaders within the ECOWAS community can actually do something for the interests of the 15 countries of Africa so that comments can be integrated, they can promote comments within the 15 countries of ECOWAS. That is, that's a huge area with West Africa doing businesses with each other. It will help propel the economic backbone of each African country within West Africa, and eventually improve the economic structure, the economic power of West Africa, which is the key We need to change our trajectory. And if other regional blocks in Africa can actually do that, we will help push Africa further. The reason why many of the African countries are not progressive is because they're not trying to do business within themselves. They rather do business with Europe. They rather do business with China. They rather do business with the United States than to do business within each other. But that is the key for Africa to thrive through the regional blocks. So the government of ECOWAS needs what I'll call a soft federation within West African countries. Or yes, we need a soft federation within African countries. You could take example like United States. United States is not a soft federation; it's complete federation. There are 50 countries, 50 states that came together that creates the United States with some colonies. So that is a hard federation. What Africa needs, or what West Africa needs, ECOWAS needs, is soft federation where comments can thrive within the community of ECOWAS. It's not saying that ECOWAS is trying to take over the independence of the states of independent state of African countries within the ECOWAS, but we need the 15 countries in West Africa need each other in order to thrive. Without which other powerful nations will easily pick and pluck and make money out of the independent countries in West Africa and independent countries in Africa in general. So if we can restructure and create a soft federation within our regional blocks, this will actually help us, especially during the COVID-19, to boost our economy. Business will be able to thrive within the 15 countries of ECOWAS. I actually have a business idea that I thought about and I'm trying to push towards Africa in general, starting from the regional blocks in ECOWAS and with other regional blocks. As you notice, Europe actually tried to create a super football league within the many super leagues, within the many leagues that they have, which is already um, powerful and well financed. What Africa can do, especially in West Africa or in ECOWAS, is to create an ECOWAS league within the 15 countries. We already have African Nations Cups, and we play the African Nations Cups within every 2 years. But in order to actually generate more money, so as to sustain um, the, in order to sustain with, yeah, in order to sustain the African Nations Cups and also to generate revenue within ECOWAS is to create the ECOWAS football league within the 15 countries. There are many um, football uh, teams or clubs in the 15 countries of West Africa or ECOWAS. But if we can actually select one of each um, club within the 15 country, that is 15 clubs within uh, countries like Benin, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea, all the 15 countries in West Africa. If we can select 15 clubs and create a super league called the ECOWAS League or ECOWAS Football League, that would actually help to generate more money because we will have to pick a season to play that every year. You do that within the next 4 years. Those who own those clubs become billionaires. and that will be actually good for um, the ECOWAS states or ECOWAS countries or the West African countries. Not saying that the other clubs that are in each country in West Africa will not be significant, but by creating this ECOWAS league or ECOWAS football league, will be like the top within the 15 nations of Africa. You do that, there's a lot of revenue to generate. There's a lot of businesses, banks, Pan African banks within ECOWAS will grow. You also have, thriving businesses, building more hotels, building more um, different types of businesses, just by just creating one federation within one, no, not federation, one ECOWAS football league within ECOWAS. And if other regional blocs decide to do it, when they see the significance, the importance of those league, and how it will help to develop the economy of West Africa or of ECOWAS or of any other regional bloc, it will be something that will be bigger. It could be as big as the leagues in Europe and elsewhere else. And it's something that, as a matter of fact, the richest man in Africa is trying to buy a league in Europe. But if he can help to finance this 15 uh, team of ECOWAS soccer league, of ECOWAS football league, he will make much more money, and it will generate revenue that West Africa needs. And one thing that the president of Ghana and the head of ECOWAS need to do is to for borderless, uh, push for borderless to strip away the borders within ECOWAS, to go borderless within the regional bloc of ECOWAS or West Africa, so that business can go in and out, more revenue will be generated. This is something that needs to be done. We need soft federation, because we already have the soft federation. It's just to implement certain things that will help grow West Africa, and our leaders in general needs to be less selfish about just thinking about themselves being president in their countries for a long. This is something that, if it's implemented, if it's done within ECOWAS and done well, it will push other regions in Africa to get involved, because it's huge revenue. We wouldn't have to go and ask for loans from IMF, ask for different loans. It's because Africa doesn't have as many business to generate revenue. Their ideas are there, but many other nations would rather do business with countries that are across the ocean than with countries that are right next to each other, like the ECOWAS, like the West African Community or ECOWAS. But if our regional structure can go borderless within ECOWAS, and we bring in business ideas that will help generate revenue within the 15 countries in West Africa, it will be a great thing. So I'm liking the speeches that the president of Ghana is pushing out there, is saying in for Africa and in other nations when he visits to push African agenda, because that's the only thing we need to do as Africans, to push our agenda and try to thrive by creating businesses in Africa for Africa and by Africans. We can't just let other nations out of Africa to come and put in businesses in the continent of Africa when we can do that by restructuring the borders. And one way to actually create a borderless Africa is by making sure that the region of each part of Africa go borderless. If the regions of Africa go borderless, that's that's a step towards pushing for a borderless Africa. So ECOWAS and the leaders of ECOWAS need to push for a borderless region in West Africa and introduce businesses that could help generate revenue, which is necessary and required for the citizens of Africa, so that or the citizens of West Africa, so that they wouldn't have to be running across the ocean and dying in waters trying to uh, search for greener pasture. Without which I actually enjoyed what the president of Ghana said in Sierra Leone. And happy 60th Independence Day. Though Sierra Leone is not really enjoying true independence, just like other nations in West Africa or ECOWAS are not enjoying true independence. The only way we can actually enjoy this independence that our forefathers fought hard for and died for is by understanding that we need to create a soft federation where we can do business within ECOWAS and make ECOWAS borderless within the citizens of ECOWAS. This is King H. Please like, share. Till next time.